Hey strangers, welcome to the strange universe, where it's not about becoming someone new, it's about remembering who you've always been. Today's message is for the ones who've been told maybe that they were failures, or at least that they felt like failures. The ones who were carrying the weight of lost chances, missed moments, guilt, maybe even shame. The ones who've been preyed on by life and told to just move on, but never were really taught how. So, if that's you, I want you to stay with me, because my hope is by the end of this video, you just might see that failure, loss, and pain, well, they don't have to be what they first might appear to be. But if you've been watching this channel, you know the deal. The world, it's a strange place. It keeps us sick, it keeps us busy, and it keeps us distracted. So right now, we're going to go ahead and do the cosmic reset. We're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in, and then we're going to think about a thought that's been weighing us down. It could be a bill, it could be a fight, or just that thing that just keeps going round and round in my mind. So go ahead and let's take a deep breath in. Good. Now take that thought, wrap it in love, wrap it in your breath, and think of a thought that's weighing you down, the bill, the fight, the thing that's made you frown, and release. Good. Okay. All right. So the question for today is, what if I told you that everything you thought was a failure, well, what if it wasn't? What if I told you every loss you've ever experienced was actually, well, it was just a teacher disguised, dressed up in a shroud of discomfort, of pain, of missed expectations, whatever you want to call it, that each misfortune, every rejection, all those crushing disappointments we've had all of our life, that they were never meant to break you or to define you, but they were meant to form you like clay, right? Like putty. They were meant to shape you into the person that the world would need you to be. I know it's a bit woo-woo-y, right? But I need you to stick with me here. You see, the world, it has standards. Good, bad, right, wrong, success, failure, right? We're going to focus on that because it always has had standards. But the strange truth is, those standards, they change over time. In fact, some of them change all the time. If you look at the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, they all had standards. They're usually a combination of the culture, the media, institutions, collective expectations. But the problem is those standards, they're not set by you. The world sets them and it expects you. No, it actually demands that you keep up, that you keep pace, that you don't fall behind, or you're a failure. And that's one big reason why you're suffering. So today, I'm offering you a chance to change that. It's an opportunity to set new standards for yourself. And I'm not talking about goals or resolutions, but standards, right? Things to live by, a code. I'm talking about consistency, no compromise, just dedication, a worldview set by you. Because goals, they can be left unachieved. And we've all seen how fast New Year's resolutions can fade, right? How many people have bought treadmills in December only to sell them in January or February? But standards, well, standards, they can define you. They don't have to change. Standards, they define what we tolerate and what we don't, how we love, how we act when no one's watching, right? And how we get up when life knocks us down to the ground. Standards help us to have consistency. But I hear what you're asking, where do I start, right? Well, I would say pray that you'll stop being prey. Now there's just one letter that separates those two, an A and an E, right? But the difference is profound. Prey with an E is the hunted, the vulnerable, the exposed. In life, it's going to make us all pray at times. It'll strip away our certainty, our comfort, our ego. But that's the moment that we have to be aware. That's the moment that we have to become conscious. Not just conscious to the situations, but to our mind, to ourselves. What is chasing me? Is it real, or is it just in my mind? Am I in danger, or I'm in actual fear and not danger? Because even in the fog of chaos, your awareness, it can be your greatest strength. And then there's the other pray, right? The one with an A. So when I pray, I don't want to pray to escape, to get the easy way out. I want to pray for clarity in my confusion. I don't want to ask God to be spared from the challenge. I want to ask to be tempered by it, forged by it, shaped by it. I want to ask to learn from it. I know it sounds crazy, but I challenge you, if you pray this way and if you're sincere, things change. You need to be honest. You need to be raw. You need to be real about what you want from this life. Do you want comfort and ease? Or do you want the ability to do the hard thing for the greatest good? Because there's immediate gratification, but then there's hard-fought resilience. Which one do you want? Now, I know what you're saying, that this all seems easy, right? Because it's easy to say, why are these things happening to me? But when we change our mindset, we begin to know. We begin to see it's not why does this happen, it's what is it trying to teach me? Because again, once you start thinking this way, everything will shift. You'll soon realize there's no such thing as a failure. There's only feedback. There's only a new opportunity, a new direction, a new adventure in a different direction. That way didn't work. Now I've got to go this way. And isn't that what life's all about? The adventure? You see, if your standard is that there are no problems, only creative solutions waiting for me to figure them out, waiting to be born, then your problems vanish like smoke, like mist. Here and then, gone. You don't let them become part of you. You don't let them imprison you. You don't let them derail you. You accept them and you let them pass on. But I know this can be difficult, especially if we don't understand how we can use our creativity as a tool and apply it to all of our problems. Because creativity, it isn't just a screwdriver or a hammer. It's the entire toolbox. I mean, I want you to think about it. Some people find it very easy to paint on a canvas, right? They make masterpieces of art. They just seem to have natural ability. I mean, sure, look, there's hard work involved as well, but you know what I mean. And then there are those people, those same people that do those things that struggle to pay a phone bill or an electrical bill. There are people that are gifted and have beautiful voices or play musical instruments, but they struggle in setting personal boundaries in their relationships. There are builders that can erect incredible structures, bridges, cathedrals, but they couldn't build trust if their life depended on it. But you see, it's all the same thing. It's just creativity applied in different ways. It's not that you're missing a tool, it's that you're missing the application of that tool. So, you could set a new standard like this. I'm going to practice being more creative in how I solve my problems. I'm going to look at my problems from a different perspective. Creativity, after all, it's not just a right brain thing. It can be applied to any left brain process. So I want you to take the bitter and turn it into better. I want you to take the frustration and turn it into curiosity. I want you to take that heartbreak and turn it into your breakthrough. It doesn't mean that you have to fake a smile during the storm. It just means you have to see the storm more clearly, not as a perpetual thing that is here to stay with you forever, but as something that is just passing through, no matter how violent. You don't see it as punishment. You don't see it as failure. You don't see it as defeat. You just see it as clarity, a reckoning and a mirror, just something necessary to show you how much you've grown. So again, I want you to set a new standard. I want you to see yourself more. See deeply into how you think about your problems and how you're solving them. I want you to see the parts of yourself that we all try to ignore, if I'm being honest, right? The part that contains our role in the problem. What did I do that brought this to me? I want you to see your responsibility and take accountability. You see, that's your greatest power. It's your ability to choose how you see things. You're not a victim. You never were, except to the victim mentality. And you can change that. It's not a good standard to live by. And once you do that, once you consistently begin to think like this, you can wipe the ledger clean. Your past, it's gone. And the road's wide open in front of you. So stop dragging yesterday's failures into today. You can forgive the other, the enemy, the jailer. And in doing so, you can finally free yourself. So today, I challenge you to set a new standard. One where you don't chase comfort or numbness. You chase the truth. The truth that life, it's not the obstacle, it's not the enemy. It's a teacher that patiently just keeps testing you. It's quizzing you with painful things until you recognize those painful things, those choices that you've been making, they're not good for you. And you change. You stop doing those things that hurt you. It's a teacher that waits for you to learn that wounds, they don't make you weak. They help you to understand the wounds of other people. It's a teacher that's trying to show you that kindness isn't weakness. It's your greatest gift to this world. So set a standard where love, it isn't something that you need. It's something that you give away freely. Where your past, it isn't your prison. It's your credentials. The ones that uniquely qualify you to help other struggling people who are exactly where you were. And don't judge them. Of course, if we do that, what did Jesus say? Judge not, lest you be judged. Just be an example. Show others that every loss, every stumble, every lonely night, it was never punishment. It was just your soul getting ready for the triumph that would become your life. This life, the one that you are going to live by a standard. So I challenge you. Set new standards for yourself. Oh, it doesn't have to be these. It doesn't have to be the ones that I'm talking about. These are just mine. But find some. It's your life. You get to choose. But choose wisely, my friend, because that is the only way that the road gets any easier. In the world, well, if your standards are high enough, the world, it just might catch up. So, if this video spoke to you, please comment below and tell me what standards you're going to start living by. And please consider subscribing if you want to be part of this supportive community, because you do not have to walk this path alone. And don't you ever, ever forget, you are strong, you are brave, and you are, my friend, very, very loved. I love you.